someone very close to you, someone who once smiled in front of you, once sat at the same table with you, once laughed and spoke as though their heart were pure, is being brought into the light by me because you can no longer continue living in confusion. My beloved child, I want you to hear this with peace and alertness, not with panic, not with bitterness, and not with a desire for revenge. I am revealing the truth not to make your heart hard, but to protect you from things that have quietly wounded you for a long time. There are smiles that do not carry sincerity. There are questions of concern that do not come from love. There are people who stand very close to you, yet in their hearts they are not truly happy when you are lifted up. I saw this before you could even name it. And today, I will not let you continue blaming yourself for the uneasiness you tried many times to push away. You once cried in silence, wondering why those closest to you could make you feel the most distant. You wondered why you gave kindness and received coldness in return. Why you tried to preserve harmony while your heart was still pierced by things no one could see. Why you kept having to bear the feeling of betrayal when all you wanted was sincerity. I saw your heart sink while you still had to lift your head and continue treating them kindly. I saw the times you swallowed your pain because you did not want to make things bigger. I saw you give them another chance, and then another, hoping that one day they would change, understand you, and stop hurting you with words as light as wind, but sharp as thorns. But my beloved child, not all of your silence brings peace. There are times when silence only allows what is wrong to keep hiding. There are times when your goodness is used by others like a door left open. There are times when your forgiveness is mistaken for permission. I do not want you to become suspicious of everyone, but I do want you to learn discernment. True love does not require you to pretend that pain does not exist. Kindness does not mean you must allow yourself to be lowered again and again. Peace is not built by covering truth with a cloth, but by allowing light to enter the very place that has been hidden for too long. For a long time, I placed small signs before your eyes. A strange feeling when they said something that seemed harmless. A night when you could not sleep because their name kept returning in your thoughts. A coldness in your heart when their eyes rested on you longer than necessary. A heaviness after every meeting, even though everything looked normal on the outside. That was not your imagination. That was my reminder. I whispered to you to slow down, to observe, and not to give all your trust simply because that person held a close position in your life. I protected you even when you did not yet understand that you needed protection. I made your heart unsettled not to frighten you, but to awaken you. Now, I am no longer only whispering. I am speaking more clearly, because what has hidden itself can no longer remain in darkness. What you have sensed is not merely a difference in personality, not just a small misunderstanding, not just a few awkward words. There are intentions that have been covered with a friendly appearance. There are whispers spoken behind your back. There are comparisons, jealousy, and resentment hidden beneath a smile. They may clap when you are congratulated, yet inwardly they are not truly happy for your growth. They may speak kind words in front of you, yet in their heart they hope that goodness will not last. I heard what you did not hear. I saw what you did not see. And I am bringing the truth into the light so that you will no longer keep placing trust in a place that is no longer pure. Even so, Do not let this revelation turn you into someone bitter. I do not expose things so that you may nurture hatred. I expose things so that you may be free. I do not want you bound to suspicion. But I also do not want you blindly call falsehood family just because you are afraid of losing a familiar relationship. There are people you need to love from a distance. There are connections where you need to set clear boundaries. There are conversations you no longer need to join. There are private things you should no longer give to someone who has repeatedly used closeness to weaken you. Wisdom does not make you less loving. Wisdom helps your love no longer be abused. I know the pain of being betrayed by someone close can be deeper than many other wounds. Because it does not only hurt you, it also makes you question your own ability to discern. You wonder whether you trusted too much, whether your heart was too soft, whether you forgave too easily. I want you to hear this clearly. Your kindness is not a fault. Your loving heart is not something to be ashamed of. Your desire to believe in the good in others does not make you weak. But from today onward, I will teach you to love with clearer eyes. I will teach you to open your heart without losing discernment. I will teach you to forgive without giving the power to hurt you again to someone who has not truly changed. What has been hidden will continue to be revealed in ways you can recognize. Perhaps a word will unintentionally clarify what you have suspected. Perhaps an action will show the truth they once tried to hide. Perhaps someone else will confirm what you have sensed for a long time. Perhaps the very peace within you will change when you stop giving energy to the place that has drained you. Do not act in anger too quickly. Do not rush to confront when your heart is still confused. Let me lead you step by step. There are truths that need to be acknowledged in silence before they are spoken. There are boundaries that need to be built calmly. There are doors that need to be closed, not with noise, but with a firm decision. You do not need to fear that this truth will destroy your life. Truth that comes from me does not destroy what is good. It only removes what is false that has attached itself to what is good. I am protecting your home, your peace, your future, and the blessings I have prepared. I do not want someone with an unsteady heart to continue standing in a position where they can sow poison into your joy. I do not want you to keep trying to explain your pain to someone who does not truly want to understand. I do not want you to keep shrinking your light so others can feel more comfortable with their own insecurity. You are allowed to step out of that influence. You are allowed to keep your peace. You are allowed to choose truth without turning yourself into a cruel person. Let me heal you from the feeling of betrayal. Let me soothe the place in your heart that has been wounded by insincere smiles and double-sided words. Let me return to you the purity you thought you had lost after being hurt so many times. You do not need to become cold in order to be safe. You only need to stay close to me. Listen to my guidance and not ignore the signs I place within you. I will show you who can stay near, who needs to be kept at a distance, who needs time to prove change, and who you must hand back to me without continuing to carry them in your pain. My beloved child, the truth being revealed is not meant to break you, but to open a freer path for you. The one who has hidden their intentions cannot remain under the mask forever. What has been spoken in darkness will lose its power when my light shines upon it. Stand firm, but do not become bitter. Stay alert, but do not be afraid. Set boundaries, but do not lose kindness. I am covering you with protection, and I will lead you through this revelation with peace. When you see the truth, you will understand that I did not abandon you. I was always there, quietly keeping you, reminding you, and preparing you for the day when you would no longer have to live in pretense. What is shocking in this moment is not the danger drawing near, but the quiet correction of the things that were once delayed, blocked, and seemed to no longer move in your life. My beloved child, I want you to hear this with a calm heart, because what I am doing does not come to make you panic, but to make you realize that arrangements have already begun shifting behind the curtain. The circumstances you once looked at and thought were frozen, the doors you thought were tightly locked, the problems you tried to solve, only to meet more confusion, all of them are being placed by me back into their proper position. You may not yet see the clear result with your eyes, but that does not mean nothing is happening. Some of my deepest works often begin in silence before they become a change you can touch. The people who once had too much influence over your direction are gradually losing the power they once held, even if they themselves do not yet realize it. There were voices that once made you doubt yourself, presences that made you shrink your faith, pressures that pulled you toward decisions that did not truly carry peace. But I am dismantling that weight little by little. I am taking back the space that fear, dependence, manipulation, or confusion once occupied in your life. This is not chaos, even if at times you feel unsteady. This is repositioning. I am moving you out of the old place, away from influences that no longer fit, away from attachments that once made you think you could not go any farther. When I rearrange things, everything may shake for a short time, but my purpose is to bring you to a firmer foundation. A quiet rearrangement is taking place around you, and it is being guarded with careful attention because it is directly connected to your future. My radiant messengers are not merely watching, they are being sent to serve what I have appointed, to guide details that seem small, yet are connected to a greater turning point in your life. They are witnessing the opening of something planned long before you knew it. Something that did not begin today, even though today you are only now sensing its movement. I prepared this space for you even in the seasons when you thought you were forgotten. I held certain things back so they would not be damaged before their time. I blocked a few paths so you would not step into a place that could wear you down. I quietly kept you close to what was right, even when all you could see was delay. I understand the nights when you felt unsteady. I know the times when your thoughts felt as heavy as stones placed inside your heart. When you sat in the familiar space of your home and still felt alone. When the familiar things around you were present, but within you there was no place to rest. I heard the silent prayers you could not turn into words. I heard even the sighs that stood in the place of pleading. I saw the tears you quickly wiped away so no one would notice. Those moments were not wasted. They led you to this very point, where you can recognize that pain is not the ending, but the place where I was quietly building endurance, understanding, and the ability to recognize blessing as it begins to draw near. What is happening now is connected to everything you have endured. No season is detached from my hand. The things that once wounded you are being turned by me into wisdom. The things that once made you wait are being turned by me into preparation. The things that once made you think you were being pushed backward were actually being placed into a greater current. bringing you closer to the outcome you once hoped for. Even when that hope sometimes felt so distant, you no longer dared to name it. This is why I want you to remain present. Do not leave this moment through distraction. Do not let weariness cause you to miss the most important part of the process. This is where everything begins to change. Not through a loud sound, but through the correction of each detail within my order. The presence around your home right now is not something to fear, but something to recognize. It is a sign that you are not without protection. It is a reminder that your life is being handled with my attention and care. There are things being kept away from you that you do not even know once came near. There are opportunities being realigned, even though you have not yet seen their form. There are people being moved out of positions of wrong influence, and others being brought near at the right time to carry support, clarity, or a necessary confirmation. You do not need to know every detail in order to believe that I am working. You only need to keep your heart close to me, so that when the sign appears, you do not miss it because you are too busy looking at your worries. That is why you feel as though something is happening even though there is no clear proof before your eyes yet. The work is being done before the result is revealed. The seed is being awakened before the green sprout rises above the ground. The door is being prepared before you hear it open. You are in the middle of a transition, and transitions often make you feel unstable before everything becomes clear. Do not mistake instability for abandonment. Do not mistake silence for absence. Do not mistake not yet seeing the result for me not acting. I am still here, placing my hand upon every step, every time, every detail, so that what belongs to you can fall into its proper place. These things are not random coincidences. The small changes around you, the repeated feelings in your heart, the conversations that come at the right time, the things that seemed interrupted yet led you in another direction, all of them may be part of the greater movement I am opening. Pay attention, but do not become tense. Stay alert, but do not let fear rule. Observe, but do not try to interpret everything through worry. I will give you enough light for the next step. I will clarify what needs to be clarified. I will hold back what has not yet reached its time. I will move you away from what no longer belongs to your future and lead you toward what carries the mark of my peace. My beloved child, keep your steadiness. This process is already in motion, and it is moving with purpose. Do not turn back just because the change feels unfamiliar. Do not cling to the old simply because it once gave you a sense of safety. Do not let impatience cause you to interfere with what I am arranging in wisdom. Let everything fall into place in my timing. Let the influences that no longer fit gradually lose their power. Let the right doors open without you having to break the lock by your own strength. Let peace lead you through this unstable part. I am caring for your future more carefully than you realize. And when this correction is complete, you will look back and understand that I did not let you lose your way. I brought you into the right place, at the right time, for the right purpose. You must understand that not every change I bring will make you feel comfortable from the very first moment. My beloved child, there are shifts that will initially confuse you because they touch the places you have grown used to controlling, the expectations you have built for yourself, and the private areas you thought no one would see. There are moments I lead you into that will feel unfamiliar, not because they are wrong, but because they are unlike what you have known. Sometimes the new does not come in the form of the familiar, and for that reason, fear will try to whisper that you should step back. But I want you not to let unfamiliarity make you doubt my hand. Not everything that makes you uncomfortable is something to avoid. There is discomfort that is a sign you are being drawn out of the old garment that has become too tight, out of old limitations that held you too long, and out of old ways of thinking that once made you shrink before what I am preparing when I move in your life. I do nothing without meaning. Every step I lead you through carries a purpose, and every change I allow has a place in the greater plan your eyes cannot yet fully see. I do not disturb things to rob you of peace. I rearrange them so that true peace can remain longer. I do not close certain doors to make you lack. I close them to lead you away from places that no longer nourish you. I do not open a new path to confuse you. I open it to bring you closer to where you belong. Therefore, if the coming days make you feel that something is changing in the atmosphere around you, do not quickly conclude in fear. Stop, listen, and ask me what is being revealed through that movement. Trust the deep knowing I have placed within you, because that is often where I speak to you most clearly. I may use circumstances to remind you, people to confirm, and a conversation to open your eyes. But many times, I begin with a quiet feeling inside, peace when you are moving in the right direction, heaviness when you need to stop, a gentle prompting when you need to step forward, an unrest when you are approaching something that is not meant for you. If you ignore this understanding, you may react in fear instead of faith. You may slam shut the doors I am opening simply because they do not look like what you imagined. You may also cling to the things I am trying to take from your hands, not to make you suffer loss, but to free you from what is occupying the place of blessing. That is why I warn you with urgency, not to terrify you, but to prepare you. I want you to stand firm when that moment comes. I want you to recognize my presence among the things that are shifting. I want you to walk with gentle confidence, not with hesitation that keeps making you turn back. You are not alone in this. You will not have to face what is coming without my guidance. I go before you to open the way, beside you to keep your heart steady, and behind you to protect you from what tries to pull you back into the old season. When you feel uncertain, return to me. When your heart wavers, become still in my presence. When you do not understand why this is happening, remember that I understand, and I will not lead you into a place where there is no grace enough to uphold you. There is also something else you need to hold tightly. What I am bringing into your home is not only for you, but will also touch those around you. When I renew one person, the atmosphere around that person begins to change as well. When I place peace in your heart, your home will feel the difference. When I make you clearer in wisdom, conversations will no longer unfold as they did before. When I teach you to set boundaries, speak truth, walk in wisdom, and no longer conform to old patterns, those around you may realize something has changed, even if they do not yet fully understand its source. This change may surprise some people, and it may make others uncomfortable, but it still needs to happen, because I am not only touching you, I am rearranging the space around you into a healthier order. There will be changes in your words, in the way you respond, in the energy of meetings, and in the way things open around you. The things that once easily pulled you into confusion will no longer have the same power. Conversations that once stole your peace will reveal more clearly what needs to be seen. Connections that once hid beneath familiarity will begin to show whether they bring life or only drain you. You are being placed in the position of someone who carries this transition with strength and clarity. That is why I am speaking to you so directly now. I do not want you to enter the new season with eyes blurred by distraction. I want you to understand that your growth does not affect only you. It also becomes a sign, an atmosphere, and a quiet source of light touching those close to you. Therefore, do not let distraction pull you away from this moment. Life has many voices that want to capture your attention, unresolved worries, news that distracts you, the words of others, piled up responsibilities, and thoughts that keep pulling you back to the past or pushing you into fear of the future. But what I am saying to you now needs to be held on to. Keep your heart steady. Stay alert. Stay connected to my guidance. The more you listen, the more prepared you become. The closer you stay to me, the more easily you recognize what comes from me and what is only noise. The more you trust, the more you move through what is about to happen with peace instead of panic. I do not demand perfection from you. I do not require you to know every answer, to always be strong, or to never tremble. I only need your attention and your willingness to trust. Only do not turn away while I am speaking. Only do not dismiss the awareness I am placing within you. Only allow me to lead each step. Even when you cannot yet see the whole path, what is happening is not an accident, nor is it something you should ignore. Every detail is connecting to what I have reminded you of before. Every moment is preparing you for what will soon be revealed more fully. If you remain alert, you will begin to recognize that even the smallest things are being arranged in harmony. A word at the right time, a slowdown that seems inconvenient, an uneasiness that makes you stop, an opportunity that comes when you are no longer trying to force things, a meeting that opens something you had not planned. All of it will no longer seem like scattered events. You will see my hand connecting them with wisdom. And when you recognize it, your heart will no longer fear change. You will understand that I have been in every detail, every shift, every pause, every open door, and every closed door. Stay close to me. My beloved child, let your attention become the place where I can sow clarity. Let your willingness become the door through which blessing may enter. What is coming is not meant to make you lose direction. It is bringing you back to where you belong, in peace, protection, and my enduring love. There is a choice set before you, even though you have not yet seen its full shape. And I am calling you to slow down so that you can recognize which path leads to peace and which path will gradually lead you into confusion and pain. My beloved child, not every danger appears with a loud sound or with signs that make you recognize it immediately. Some things come very quietly, wearing the appearance of normality, hidden behind familiarity. And that is why they can easily make you take them lightly. I do not want you to rush through this moment, because haste often causes you to miss the most important signals. When your heart is hurried, you easily choose what is convenient instead of what is right. When your mind is pulled away, you easily accept what is familiar instead of what is safe. Therefore, I am placing this reminder before you like a lamp, not to frighten you, but to lead you back to discernment. You have carried too many things that blurred your ability to perceive clearly: prolonged pressures, unnamed fears, the opinions of others, and expectations that made you forget the gentle voice I placed within your heart. I see how tired you have been, and I see that you kept walking, even though something inside you quietly warned you many times that things were not truly right. Do not call that feeling weakness. It is awareness being awakened. It is a deep reminder that something needs to be looked at again before it grows into a burden harder to untie. I am sharpening your awareness so you will not continue entering a place that drains your peace. If you trust me right now, I will lead you through this safely, step by step, without leaving you to feel your way through the dark alone. I urgently call you to listen, because there are reminders that must not be delayed forever. Sometimes I speak gently, like a soft wind touching your heart, but there are also times when I must speak more clearly, more strongly, because you are standing before an important boundary. You have ignored similar feelings in the past, reassured yourself that everything would be fine, and then had to learn through painful lessons. I do not want you to repeat that old cycle. Not this time. This is an opportunity for you to choose differently, to stop before you go too far, to listen instead of denying, and to act with wisdom instead of continuing to wait for everything to change on its own. Look carefully at what is happening around you. Pay attention to the patterns that keep repeating, the situations you thought had passed but are returning again, the heaviness that appears whenever you think about a person, a beat, a decision, or a way of thinking. These are not scattered fragments. They are signals I allow to rise so that you can recognize what needs to be corrected, what needs to be released, and what you must have the courage to step away from. You hoped that time would make everything better on its own. But there are things that do not change unless you respond with a clear decision. I am bringing this back before your eyes because it is directly connected to what I want to protect you from. You already know what it is, because it has passed through your thoughts many times. Today, bring it before me, and let me lead you away from what is holding you back, so that you can step into the clarity, freedom, and peace I have